press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello everyone, welcome to the class. Yes, in the last session we were discussing about a function, right? Yes, let me recall that. A relation is said to be a function if a relation from a set A to a set B is said to be a function if all the elements of A or every element of A has one and only one image in B, right? So that's what the definition of a function. And every function, suppose if a function is different from A to B, then it is denoted by, it is represented by, a function is represented by y is equal to f of x, or x is the domain value, y is the range value. So this is what x belongs to set A and y belongs to set B. This is what the definition of a function. Okay, every function is denoted by or represented by y is equal to f of x. X is a domain value and y is a range value. For example, a function f is given by 5, 3, 6, 4 and 7, 5, 8, 6. Okay. So let me take this is a function. Let's observe the relation between these two. Yes, if we take this one as x and this one as y, I can write a function this as in set builder form. I can write x, y such that y is equal to x minus 2. See, y is 5 minus 2, 4 is 6 minus 2, 5 is 7 minus 2, 6 is 8 minus 2. So this function can also be written as f of x is equal to, or y is equal to f of x is equal to x minus 2, or simply write f of x is equal to x minus 2. This is the representation of function, because see, when x is 5, f of 5 is equal to 5 minus 2, you get 3. F of x nothing but y value. Okay, as I said before, f of 5 is the y value. F of 5 is the range value, gives 5 minus 2, that is 3. And in the same way, f of 6 is the range value, gives the y value, 6 minus 2, 4, that is what range value. F of 7 is 7 minus 2, that is what 5, that is what range value. F of x is equal to x minus 2. So we represent a function y, or sometimes you can write y is equal to x minus 2 also. But usually we write f of x as a function. A function, usually we denote a function by f of x. We write y also, okay, both are same. F of x is equal to x minus 2 or y is equal to x minus 2 is the representation of a function. Okay. So as in the last class we were discussing about the range and the image and pre-image. Yes, 3 is the image of 5 is the pre-image of 3, 4 is the image of 6 is the pre-image of 4, 5 is the image of 7 is the pre-image of 5, and so on. This is about the function. So students, in this chapter, concept function is very important and somewhat you feel difficulty, okay, but don't worry about that. Okay, this is I will make you simple. Yes, in the last class we discussed about definition of function and also about real function and real valued function. Hope you got it. What is real function and real valued function? To understand this, I am going to discuss a question from the exercise 2.3. First question from the exercise 2.3. Yes, from the exercise 2.3, first question is like this: which of the following relations are functions? So I am going to discuss first question, not all. Which of the following which of the following relations are functions? Question mark. Give reasons. Full stop. If it is a function, determine its domain and the range. Here we have some relations. You have to say whether it is a function or not. You have to give reason why it is a function, why it is not a function. After that, if it is a function, you have to write the domain and the range. First one is 2, 1, 5, 1, 8, 1, 11, 1, 14, 1, 17, 1. Yes, here we have a relation. Yes, we have a relation. We have to say whether it is a function or not. Yes, of course, this is a function because no two different order pairs have the same first element. You can observe here. You can observe in all the order pairs, first elements are different. If the first elements are different, of course, this will be a function. Hope you got it. Reason is what? This is a function because no two different order pairs have the same first element. No two different order pairs have the same first element. So therefore, it's a function. Yes, it is a function with the domain. Yes, what is domain? Set of all first elements of the ordered pairs. 2, 5, 8, 11, 14, 17. Okay, and range of f. Sometimes we write domain of the given function as like this, domain of f, range of f, like this you write. Okay, that denotes domain of the given function and range of the given function. Range is set of all second elements. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. You mean range contains a single element. So one can be image of more than one elements in a function. We discussed before. It's the first question. Second one is 2, 1, 4, 2, 6, 3, 8, 4, 10, 5, 12, 6, 14, 7. Yes, you observe here again, no two different order pairs have the same first element. You check it, please. Check it. Is there any same first element we have here? No. Look at the ordered pairs. In all ordered pairs, first elements 4, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, no same elements, right? So no, I mean we don't have any same element in the different ordered pairs. Therefore, it's again a function. Reason is what? You write yes, it's a function because no two different ordered pairs have the same first element. So domain of the function is set of all first elements 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. And range of this function is second elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is about the second question. Yes, it's a function with the domain this and range this. Reason is what? No two different order pairs have the same first element. And third question is 131525. 131525. Yes, function or not? Yes, this is not a function because two different order pairs have the same first element 1. You mean one has two images 3 and 5. One has two images 3 and 5. So in this case, this relation is not a function. Yes, according to definition, yes, a relation is said to be a function if every element of the first set has one and only one image in B, but in this case one has two images, so this is not a function. Okay, this is about, hope you got students about the function, right? Okay, now let us move on to most important concept, most important what you say, yes, most important part of the function, part of this chapter, that is what? Types of functions. There will be a question related to this for 5 marks. Okay, you get a 5 mark question from this concept. Types of functions. Most important students, they ask a question related to this. For example, define an identity function. I mean definition, for a definition 1 mark. Write the domain and range for domain 1 mark, for range 1 mark, and draw the graph of the function for 2 mark. So 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 2. So for graph they award 2 marks. Definition 1 mark, domain 1 mark, range 1 mark. Okay, question is like this: define the identity function. Define the identity function, full stop, and write the domain and the range of the function. Draw the graph of the function like this. Okay, so now let us move on to the first type, that is identity function. Identity. What is the definition of this? Okay. ನಾವು ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಬರೆಸ್ತೇವೆ ಹಾಗೆ ನೀವು ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ ಬರೆಯೋದು ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದು, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಲ್ಲಿ 1 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಅವಾರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಸೊ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ರೈಟ್. ಡಿಫೈನ್ ದ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್. Define the function f from R to R. R means set of all real numbers to set of all real numbers by y is equal to, or f of x is equal to x, or sometimes we write y is equal to x, or sometimes we write f of x is equal to x. Okay, so for all x belongs to the domain R is called the identity function. The identity function. See, observe the definition. Define the function f. A function here, the domain of the function is set of all real numbers. And what about the range? See here, the function is defined as f of x is equal to x or y is equal to x. In the sense, if you have f of x is equal to x, x is a domain value and this value is a range value. And whatever you get here, this is a range value. Observe here, you got the same value. I mean, when x is 1, f of 1 is equal to 1. You mean corresponding order pair becomes 1, 1. Whatever x, you get the same y value. That's what identity. So that we call as identity. The name itself says both the domain and range value become same. Here when x is 2, so f of 2 is 2. So corresponding order space becomes 2 comma 2. And when x is 3, f of 3 is also 3. Corresponding order pair becomes 3 comma 3. You mean in general this function contains order pair x comma x, where x belongs to the first set. I mean the first this belongs to the first set, this belongs to the second set. Hope you got it, students. This is what we call as identity function. Okay, so you have to write like this. Define the function f from R to R by y is equal to f of x is equal to, or you can write y is equal to x or f of x is equal to x for all. This symbol denotes for every or for all. For each x from the first set. For each x from the first set, you get the same y value. Whatever the x value, you get the same y value. If x is 1, y is 1. If x is 100, y is 100. If x is 1000, y is also 1000. If x is minus 1, y is also minus 1. In this case, this function is called the identity function. So, these are the examples. So, and hence domain is what? A set of all real numbers. Yes, of course, as I said before, in each function the first set itself becomes a domain. So, you can write set of all reals or you can write directly x such that x is a real number, or you can write directly R, set of all real numbers. Whatever you can write any of those two. X is domain value where x belongs to. I mean all the real numbers comes in this set. All the real numbers comes in this, or you can write set of all real numbers. Set of all real numbers is the domain of this function. And here, whatever the domain, you get the same range now. Whatever the domain you take, you get the same range. Therefore, corresponding to each domain value, you get the same range value. Therefore, range is also same. Range is also set of all real numbers. Because whatever you take x corresponds to that, you get the y value. If you take 1, you 1 x value 1 ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ y value 1 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ನೀವು ಎಷ್ಟು x values ತೆಗಿತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕರೆಸ್ಪಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಆಗಿ y value ಬರ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಸೆಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್ ರಿಯಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಡೊಮೈನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕರೆಸ್ಪಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಆಗಿ ಸೇಮ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ರೇಂಜಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿರ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಬೋತ್ ಆರ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು ನಾವು. ಬೋತ್ ಆರ್ ಸೇಮ್. ಸೊ ಡೊಮೈನ್ ಈಸ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್ ರಿಯಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್, ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ರೈಟ್ range is also set of all real. Hope you got it, students. ಏನು ಯಾವ ಐ ಮೀನ್ ಡೊಮೈನ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ರೇಂಜ್ ಏನು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ತೊಗೊಳ್ತೀರಾ ಅದೇ ಮತ್ತೆ ರೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಿ ಬರ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಎಷ್ಟು ಡೊಮೈನ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ತೊಗೊಳ್ತೀರಾ ಅಷ್ಟು ರೇಂಜ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೇ ಬೋತ್ ಆರ್ ಸೇಮ್. So domain is set of all real numbers, hence range is also set of all real numbers. Then what about the graph? Important. So graph in examination they will not be given graph paper for this. By using pen and pencil you can write in usual sheet to draw two axes. This is 0. Okay. Now, as I said before, see to draw the graph, I am going to take some points, some integral points. Okay. See, when x is 1, when domain is 1, range is also 1. So, ordered pair is 1, 1. So, 1, 1 comes here. When x is 2, y is also 2. So, 2, 2. 2, 2 comes here. When x is 3, y is 3. When x is 4, y is 4. When x is minus 1, y is minus 1. When x is minus 2, y is minus 2. So, you get this is a graph of the identity function y is equal to x. When x is 0, y is 0. So, it is passing through origin. This is a graph. So to mention this, I mean you to mention the line y is equal to x or f of x is equal to x axis, y axis and the points and the origin, you get 2 marks. Very simple, very simple. So getting 5 marks is very simple in this. Whenever they ask, define the identity function, write the domain and the range of the function and draw the graph of the function. So definition is define the function f from R to R by y is equal to f of x, or f of x is y is equal to f of x is equal to x, or f of x is equal to x for all x belongs to R is called the identity function. Domain is set of all real numbers, range is set of all real numbers, and the graph is given by this. So this line y is equal to x, y is equal to x divides a plane into 2 equal parts. Okay, this is very important. The graph of y is equal to x, or the graph of f of x is equal to x. What about y is equal to minus x? So y is equal to minus x comes like this, reverse case. Okay, y is equal to minus. So don't worry about that. We will discuss later. This is about the graph of y is equal to x and the first function. Okay, hope you got it, students, about the identity function. Okay, let us move on to the second type, that is what, constant function. Constant function. So this is also an important type. Same definition. Define the function. Define the function f from R to R by y is equal to, or f of x is equal to C for all x belongs to the real numbers, where C is a constant, is called a constant function. What it means, sir? F of x is equal to C is a constant value, a single value, constant value, whatever it may be. It may be 1, it may be 2, it may be 3, a constant value. For example, function f of x is equal to, or y is equal to C, or sometimes you can take 2. In place of C, I have taken 2, or I can write this one as y is equal to 2. Both are same. I mean to say, when x is 1, y is 2 itself, no change in the value of y, it is constant, so that we call as constant function. Whatever the domain value, no change in the y value, it is constant. When x is 2, y is no change in the value. If x is 3, no change in the y value. If x is 4, no change in the y value, and so on. Whatever the domain value, no change in the y value, so that it is called as constant function. Hope you got it, students. If y is constant for any domain value, whatever the domain value, whatever you take x value, x minus 1, minus 2, minus 100, minus 1000, whatever, so no change in the y value, no change in the image value, no change in the image value. For example, if set A is this and set B is this, set A contains infinitely many and B contains single elements A, then this is an example. You mean for any domain value, So y value is same, that is constant, that is what we take a or something else, that is what a constant thing. So it is called as constant function. Hope you got it. Hope you got it. Okay. Function f from R to R defined by y is equal to f of x is equal to c, where c is a constant value for all real numbers x is called a constant function. So example, y is equal to 2 or f of x is equal to 2 or f of x is equal to 3 or f of x is equal to 10 is example for constant function. Then what is domain? Hope you got it, students. Domain is what? Of course, set of all. First set is itself domain, or you can write set of all real numbers, or x as that x belongs to real number. What is range? Yes, for any domain value, range is same, that's what we take C. Correct, no? Range is C in this definition. Range never be changed. Range value, ಯಾವುದೇ domain value ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ ನೀವು range change ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ range is a single value we have. For example, here we have a is the range value. So a set contains that constant. Set contains that constant. For example, if you have a, you write a. If you have 2, you write 2. If you have 3, you write set contains 3 is the range. So if you write a definition like this, y is equal to f of x is equal to c, you write range contains c. If you write k, some constant k, you write here k. In this example, y is equal to 2, you write 2 here. Okay. This is about constant function. What about the graph? Here graph is, we know that, students, I think you learnt before. Graph of y is equal to constant is a line parallel to x axis. Hope you got it. In this example, y is equal to 2. Yes, y is equal to 2. Graph is what? Here there is no particular graph for this function. Okay. So suppose in the examination they don't ask the particular graph, they don't ask graph for y is equal to f of x is equal to c. They ask like this, draw the graph of y is equal to 2 or y is equal to 3 or y is equal to 4. Suppose if they ask y is equal to 2, or you can write, if they ask the question, define a constant function where the domain and the range of the function means, you to write definition, okay, you know this, domain you write set of all real numbers, and graph you write in sentence, graph is a line parallel to x axis, that's it, passing through 0 comma c. If you take c as constant, passing through 0 comma c. Suppose, for example, in this case y is equal to 2, yes, this is 1, this is 2, line passing through 0 comma 2. So this is what y is equal to, is a graph of the function. Graph of the function, this is original. If it is negative, if y is equal to minus 2, it is passes through 0 comma minus 2 here. 0 comma minus 2. Suppose if they ask, you just write y is equal to c here, don't write a 2. If they ask y is equal to 2, you can write 2 here. If they ask, in general, if they ask in the examination, draw the graph, then y is equal to c. Y is equal to c parallel to x axis. Or in words you write, graph is, and you have to write this graph first. Okay, a graph, and draw a line parallel to x axis and mention it is y is equal to c parallel to x axis. This is about a constant function. Stay, constant function, the name itself says constant function andre ಏನು ಅಂದರೆ ಡೊಮೈನ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ, ನೀವು ಯಾವುದೇ ಸೆಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್ ರಿಯಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಡೊಮೈನ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ತೆಗೆಯುವಾಗ ರೇಂಜ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ, ಒಂದು ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಯಾವುದೇ ಡೊಮೈನ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. Okay, let us move on to third type, that is what polynomial function. ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಇದು ನಮಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಲ್ಲಿ ಇದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕೇಳದೇ ಇದ್ರೂ ಸಹ ನಮಗೆ ಹೈಯರ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಪಿ ಯು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪಿ ಯುನಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾಲಿನಾಮಿಯಲ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ಇರ್ತೇವೆ. ಏನು ಸರ್ ಪಾಲಿನಾಮಿಯಲ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಅಂತ? ನಿಮಗೆ ಪಾಲಿನಾಮಿಯಲ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತುಂಟು. ಏನು? ಎಸ್, ಪಾಲಿನಾಮಿಯಲ್ ಈಸ್ ಯೂಶುವಲಿ ಡಿನೋಟೆಡ್ ಬೈ ವಾಟ್? ಈಸ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಬೈ a0 plus a1x plus a2x square, general form of a polynomial, a3x cube and so on, an x power of n, where a0, a1, a2 and so on, an are real numbers and n is non-negative ಇಂಟಿಜರ್. ಅಂದರೆ n ಪ್ಲೇಸಲ್ಲಿ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಇಂಟಿಜರ್ ಬರಲಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ 0 ಆರ್ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಇಂಟಿಜರ್ ಬರಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂತ ಇಂಟಿಜರೇ ಬರಬೇಕು, ಫ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ಸು ಡೆಸಿಮಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಬರಲಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಇದು ನಾವು ಪಾಲಿನಾಮಿಯಲ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಪಾಲಿನಾಮಿಯಲ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ x cube minus 2x square plus x, a polynomial. Another example, x power of 4 minus x cube plus 2x square minus x. Another example. So these are all polynomials, right? We discussed in the previous standards, right? Okay, I think you are all familiar in the polynomials, right? And this is general form of a polynomial. Then what is polynomial function? Same. A function f from R to R given by f of x is equal to or y is equal to a0 plus a1x plus a2x square and so on, an x power of n, where a0, a1, a2, a3 and so on, n are real numbers and n is a non-negative integer, is called to mention these two in here, is called a polynomial function. A polynomial function. Simple, students. For example, this one, f of x is equal to this. This is an example for polynomial function. Or y is equal to this. Y is equal to x square plus 1. This is also an example for polynomial function. F of x or y, both are same. Whatever you can write. F of x adre baribodu, y adre baribodu. Another example, f of x is equal to x plus 1, x plus 2, whatever. ಈ ಟೈಪ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಬಂದ್ರು ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ 1, ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್, ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಯೂಬ್, ಯಾವುದೇ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಬಂದು ಅದು ಪಾಲಿನಾಮಿಯಲ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. Okay, because we are all familiar in polynomials. So then you will add y is equal to or f of x is equal to. Okay, in this example, see x is the domain value, x plus 1 becomes the range value. X you take 1, when x is 1, you get y is 1 plus 1, that is what? 2. When x is 2, 2 plus 1, so y is 3 and so on. Okay, depend upon the given polynomial. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದು ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಪಾಲಿನಾಮಿಯಲ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಪಾಲಿನಾಮಿಯಲ್ ಅಂತ ಯಾವುದು ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದು, ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ದ ಪಾಲಿನಾಮಿಯಲ್ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಗಿವ್ corresponds that you have to write domain and range. So of course domain is set of all real numbers. First set, x can be replaced by any of the real numbers. Y depends upon the given polynomial. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ ಈ ಪಾಲಿನಾಮಿಯಲ್ ಅನ್ನು ತಗೊಳ್ಳುವಾಗ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಕರೆಸ್ಪಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಆಗಿ y ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ, ಆಗ ಅದರ ರೇಂಜ್ ಬರಿಬೋದು ನೀವು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ ಜನರಲ್ ನಾವು ತೆಗೆಯುವಾಗ we don't have a particular range. of course ನೀವು ರೇಂಜ್ ಬರಲೇಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಆದರೆ ಎಸ್ ಡೊಮೈನ್ ಅಂತ ಬರ್ತೀರಾ. ಡೊಮೈನ್ ಈಸ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್ ರಿಯಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್. ರೇಂಜ್ ಈಸ್, ಈಗ ರೇಂಜ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ಗೆ ಯಾವುದು, ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ನಮಗೆ ಈ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, This gives the range value, no? X square plus 1 gives the range value, no? So, range contains x square plus 1 such that x belongs to set domain. That's it. Whatever the domain value, you get the range value. Illi adra corresponding range value barta hogtade anta artha ashte. Set contains x square plus 1. For example, illi x equal to 1 tagondre y is equal to 2. So, first element becomes 2. Illi enta agutte. In this case, when x is 1, what is y? 1 square plus 1. So, you get 2. No? The first element here 2. I'm taking just example because 1 is not a first element in the set of all real numbers. I'm taking just examples. 2 is an element of this set. When x is 2, y becomes 2 square plus 1. So, 4 plus 1, 5. So, 5 is also an element of this, like this. You get plenty of range values corresponds to the domain values because we have infinitely many domain values. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕರೆಸ್ಪಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಆಗಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ರೇಂಜ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಬರ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ. ಆ ರೇಂಜ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸನ್ನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತವೆ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿನ್ಸ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಇನ್ಫಿನಿಟ್ಲಿ ಮೆನಿ ರಿಯಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಪಾಸಿಬಲ್ ಟು ರೈಟ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ರೇಂಜ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ಕರೆಸ್ಪಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಡೊಮೈನ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್. ಸೊ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ವಿ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್. ನಿಮಗೆ ಪಾಲಿನಾಮಿಯಲ್ ಯಾವುದು ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ? ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ 1 ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ 1, ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ 1 ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ 1, ಇದನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಯೂ ಮೈನಸ್ 2 ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಯೂರ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಬರೆದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಫಾರ್ ಆಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಬಿಲಾಂಗ್ಸ್ ಟು ಆರ್. ಇದನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೆದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಫಾರ್ ಆಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಬಿಲಾಂಗ್ಸ್ ಟು ಆರ್. ದಟ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಇದುವರೆಗೂ ಕೇಳಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಎಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ define a polynomial function. Okay, you have to write the definition, same definition. After that this is a question appeared before. ಎಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದರೆ define a polynomial function, full stop. Next, write the domain and the range of the function y is equal to x square or f of x is equal to x square and draw the graph of the function. ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಒಂದು ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಪಾಲಿನಾಮಿಯಲ್ ಅವರೇ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದು, ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಯೂಬ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದು, ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ 1 ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದು, ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ 1 ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದು. ಯಾವುದು ಪಾಲಿನಾಮಿಯಲ್ ಅವರೇ ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಎಸ್ ಎಂತ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ? ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಅ ಪಾಲಿನಾಮಿಯಲ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್. First off, write the domain and range of the function y is equal to x square or f of x is equal to x square, both are same. Draw the graph of the function. Okay. So what is the domain? Of course, domain is set of all real numbers. X says that x belongs to real numbers. You can write set of all real, or you can write just R. What is range? You can write x square for all x belongs to R. Or you can write what? Or you can write non-negative real numbers. ಹೇಗೆ ಸರ್? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಉಂಟು. ನೀವು ಯಾವುದೇ ಡೊಮೈನ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳುವಾಗ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ಸ್ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ವೆನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ 1, ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಇಸ್ 1. ವೆನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ 2, x square is 4. When x is 0, x square is 0. When x is minus 1, x square becomes plus 1. Whatever the domain values, you get the positive values. So I can write non-negative real numbers. Set of all non-negative real numbers, you can write range. Or sometimes we write 0 to infinity, including 0. So both are same. But if you confuse, write this or this as the range. Set of all non-negative real numbers, including 0. Non-negative in the sense including 0. Aitala, this is about domain and range. Graph will be like this. Yes, so now function is what? F of x is equal to x square. Alva? To draw the graph, let us take some integral points. Ella real numbers ತೆಗಿಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ನಮಗೆ ಬೇಕಿರೋ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸನ್ನು ತೆಗಿತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಾನೆ ನಾನು. ವೆನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ 1 y is x square, no? So x square y is equal to x square, that is what 1 square is 1. And the first pair ಎಂತ ಆಯಿತು 1, 1. So you get 1, 1 here. When x is 2, y is 2 square. 2 square is 4. So 2, 4. 2, 4. In the same way, when x is 3, y becomes 3 square, 9. So 3, 9. 3, so 9 somewhere you get here, assume. Okay, in the same way, when x is minus 1, y is equal to minus 1 whole square is plus 1. Again 1, 1. So, sorry, minus 1, 1, plus 1. So you get here. When x is minus 2, y becomes minus 2 whole square plus 4. So minus 2, 4. Minus 2, 4. So minus 2, 4 somewhere you get. In the same way, you observe ಮಾಡಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಗ್ರಾಫ್. In the same way, when x is 0, y also 0. When x is 0, y is 0 square, that is what 0. So passes through 0, 0. So you get a graph like this. This is your graph of the function y is equal to x square. ಈ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸನ್ನು ಎಲ್ಲ ಡೊಮೈನ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸನ್ನು ತೆಗೆದು ಗ್ರಾಫ್ ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಕೆಲವೇ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸನ್ನು ತೆಗೆದು ನಾವು ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಸೊ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಬೋಲಾ. ವಿಲ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಹೈಯರ್ I think you discuss in the conic sections if it is completed, or we will discuss later. Conic sections ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಬೋಲಾ ಅಂತ ಬರ್ತದೆ, geometrical figure. So that's what parabola is a graph of the function f of x is equal to x square or y is equal to x square. That's it. ಹೀಗೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಗ್ರಾಫನ್ನು ಕೇಳುವಾಗ ಇದು ಕೇಳಿದೆ ಸುಮಾರು ಸಾರಿ. ಸೊ y is equal to x square is the graph. You to mention everything, x axis, y axis points, okay, and you to draw like this. This will be the parabola. So graph 2 mark, domain 1 mark, set of all real numbers, range non-negative real numbers, and graph definition 1 mark. Okay, this is about polynomial f of x is equal to x square. Sometimes ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸಹ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, f of x is like x cube ಅಂತ. Graphs are important, students. In the competitive exams, as I said before, if you are good in drawing the graphs for any function, then how to draw, sir? You have to refer more and more competitive materials, and also you have to learn by watching videos, YouTube videos. You get a knowledge of getting drawing the graphs. X cube, f of x is equal to x cube. And graph of x cube is to check this, let us take some integral points. ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರು integral points ಅಂತ ತೆಗಿತಾ ಬನ್ನಿ. x 1 ಆದರೆ ಏನಾಯಿತು, y is 1 cube, one cube is again 1, 1. So you get here x 2 ಆದರೆ y is equal to 2 cube is at 8, 2, somewhere you get 8. ಹಾಗೆ when x is minus 1, ನೀವು if you have graph paper, please try it once. If x is minus 1, what is minus 1 cube? Minus 1 cube is again minus 1. So minus 1, 1. You get here. If x is minus 2, you get y is equal to minus 2 whole cube. Means minus 8. Minus 2 into minus 2 into minus 2. So somewhere you get here. So you try it in your home. So graph will be like this. This is a graph of y is equal to x cube. When x is 0, y also 0. So, it is passing through 0, 0. When x is 0, 0 cube is also 0. So, 0, 0, it is passing through 0, 0 also. And it is most important graph. You have to remember this. Graph of y is equal to x cube. Graph of y is equal to x cube. What is the domain? Of course, domain is set of all real numbers. And the range is, just to write like this, x cube such that for all it belongs to real numbers. That's it. Okay. So, this is about a third type, a polynomial function. Still you have 4 more functions: rational, modulus, signum and the greatest result, and an exercise, a last exercise of this chapter. Okay. We will discuss in the next session. Okay. Thank you.